100 campaign, what would be the motivation to continue to do this Go 100 campaign? Crown Master Bakmiyoung. I'm not really a person who got successful through cold contact. And one day the chairman talked about Go 100 campaign. Sorry, but actually in my mind, I was thinking like, did you do this yourself? Meeting 100 people is never easy. So I didn't really believe in it. And the next week, the chairman talked about this again, and I thought, maybe I should at least try doing this before I complain. So I just decided to do this. So with my partners, we did the Go 100 campaign. Let's try this. So with the leaflets, I told my partners how to do this, and we tried this, and it worked. 100 people. It doesn't take one day. It only takes 3 hours. So I reflected on myself and thought, oh, this really works. So Go 100 campaign. I'm doing this business for the last 15 years, and there was pandemic in the process, and there are quite a lot of partners that I spent a lot of time together, and those people, they don't have any new people to meet. So for those people, it became a huge motivation for them. So they're not doing this alone. There's like partner for them. So two people are going together, and there are a lot of people supporting them. So they don't say, oh, I don't have any people to meet. No, we have Go 100 campaign. Let's take the leaflets and go out and meet 100 people. So sponsors and partners are doing this together. So this is becoming a great energy and motivation. So if we are doing this together, I believe this can be the big motivation for all of you. Chairman, you tried this yourself, right? I never expected that Crowdmaster Bakmiyoung would think like that. I thought she totally believed in me and followed me. I was doing this in a more tough version. So, when I first started MLM business, when I didn't know anything about this, reach out to a new person. I was afraid to do that, so I learned how to do some massages with my wife, and so I'm quite a good massager. When you do the lifting, you can practice this on your knees. So I was suggesting people to do masses. Maybe I can let people experience this. So I put all these things in other people's house, in the elevator, all the houses at the apartment building. And as I was doing that, when someone comes up from the door, I was like surprised to see the person because, it was the first time for me to do that. And I was afraid of meeting new people. And while doing so, sometimes some people call me, and my wife was doing the massage, and it was too slow actually. And I can sell the products, but the person will not learn the masses from me. So I thought, oh, this will not work. So I abandoned this method. So when you do masses, you should let people to do it themselves. You don't need to do that for the person. So if you are doing the masses for the person, that person will not try to learn from you. So I thought this will not really work. Of course, it would be better than not doing anything. So the next thing I tried is that meeting 10 people a day and explain the vision, the company, and the business. So shorter plan about the business, the company, commission, product, and my vision. So I explained these four things and I did that to 10 people every day. If I don't do this, I will not come back home. That was my goal. So to do this to 10 people, how many people do you need to meet? It's usually more than 100 people because when you try to reach out to 100 people, most of them just say, "Oh, I'm busy, next time." So in some cases, I make 10 people even before I meet 100 people, but actually you need to meet like 2 to 300 people to be able to explain these four things to 10 people. I think it was like November and I made it to 9 people and it was already past 10 p.m. and I made up my mind not to go back home if I don't meet 10 people. So I still had one more person to go. And from my list, there was kind of a one of the person on the blacklist that I don't really want to reach out to. There was one of my friends whom I really didn't want to reach out. But anyway, I managed to go to friend's house and I didn't really want to call him. But still, I had to meet 10 people a day before I went back home. And this guy, I was sure that he would really reject me and say bad things to me. And I was in front of his apartment building and the playground. I was sitting on the swing. So I said I'm not going to go back home until I meet 10 people, but I don't want to meet this person, so I'll just stay here. And it was November, so my shoulder was getting too cold and I felt pain all over my body. So I thought it would be just better to call him and are you sleeping? No, I was just about to go to bed. So come out. I'm in front of your house. I'm sitting at this swing. Okay, and he came out. And I talked about something else to the friend for about half an hour because if I talk about MLM business, I was afraid that he would say bad things to me. So he was asking, why did you call me out after 30 minutes?
Why did you call me? So I had no choice but to talk about how I started my business and expecting a bomb. So, multi-level marketing, you mean? He said. And the reaction was something that I didn't expect. What kind of products are you selling? Cosmetics products. Give me some of them. I can let my wife use the product. And I'll pay you tomorrow, he said. So that is when I realized it's all based on the person's hurt. It's decided by the individual. That is how I realized the principle of following your hurt. So anything you want, it depends on your own hurt. And whether or not I want to talk about it is also based on my hurt. So I have to follow my hurt. That's how I realized it. So what I am asking you to follow this goal of meeting 100 people, it could feel a little difficult. So hemohim, absolute, atomy, maybe you can just spit out these keywords and make it 100 people. That is the basic principle of Go 100. And some of the 100 people will be interested. Most of the people that I meet these days are aware of Atomy. So I go on and talk about Atomy, and this person would ask me, what is your mastership? Do you run Atomy business? Then I answer, I am the chairman. Wow, I figured. Are you really the chairman? They're really taken aback. And once I was riding a bike and I met the former army chief of staff. So I said hi to this general, and he was saying to me that his wife was was joining the Slim Body Challenge. Actually, so she was saying that her husband is consuming he's eating the products, and the wife of the former chief of staff, the army chief of staff, is already using the products. So nowadays, Atomy is very popular. They maybe some of the people, common people, ordinary people, don't even know they're using Atomy products, but they're using Atomy products without notice. So you can introduce Atomy to those kinds of people. I was so focused on listening to what he said. Don't you think our chairman is so amazing? Look at his fingers. He's really fast when he moves his hands. How about you? Imperial Master Kim Actually, I think I am the starting point of Go 100 because for me, at the beginning of my business, it was 300 people. Why did I meet them? Because it was my struggle. It was the struggle for my life. I wanted to be a good father to my children. I want to be a good husband to my wife. I wanted to be a good child to my parents. However, there was nothing I could do. I saw the vision during the seminars, and I got confirmation for myself that I could. And those struggles made me a professional, made me an expert. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days passed. I was able to speak for myself, speak for the products very well. And I was able to talk to anybody, literally anybody, about the products. And perhaps if I was asked to do this for my whole life, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And how many days did I do 300 people? It was less than a month. It was only about a month. Still, I compared myself to people who visit Atomy. Those were the same people that saw the vision just like me, but they were not going 300, they were going one person, 2 people. So 6 months of work for other people, I did it in a short period of time. 6 months of work, I did it in one day. And then I found myself a good father, becoming a good father, a good child, a good husband. Very fast. It was very fast for me. To be honest, when we were starting Success Academy, back then, we started at this hour. You look tired already, but back then, during my days at the beginning of Atomy, it was only the beginning hour. And there were a lot of precious words given by chairman. One of them was to be conscious and conscientious. If Atomy products, if you don't think they are good quality, don't even speak it. Don't even talk about it. If you really feel the worth of the product, then you're allowed to talk. But I totally loved Atomy product. From my 20s, I was running business all my life. So I had my own sense for running a business. And I got the feeling that it could work, Atomy. Business could work. That is how I went on to meet 300 people. And what about my mouth? The words that I give. When I visit the US and American regions, I'm very popular. What do I do there? I shout out, open your store. What is your store? It's your mouth. You open your mouth. That means you can open your store. So open your store. It's very easy. You don't have to pay expensive rent, electricity bills. You don't have to open a physical store when you have your mouth. And everybody was giving me an applause. Open your store, I shouted. I cannot even speak English very well. So, anyways, our business is not about opening for our whole life. We already know so well how good Atomy products are and how reasonable Atomy prices are. This is what you are going to say to people. Is it difficult? No. And up until now, at this late hour, you are a parent, you are a husband, you are a child, but you're sitting there. So you already decided to be here anyway. Then you have to be successful. Think this way, alright? You don't have to give me a big hand. Don't try to give me a hand. You sit here at this table. You can sit here at this table. You be conscientious. You open your store. Opening my store has become an everyday life because I did my foundation job and then my eyes are bigger, wider. I have my eye for discerning and separating the partners and customers. And I can even feel what mastership the person has without asking them about it. And sometimes I see Imperial Master. This person would become Imperial Master. I can feel it now. Atomy is there and you are already prepared to do that. What do you want? If you choose the path, move on. Move toward your target. Be successful, everyone. It was a very impressive answer. How about you, Chairman Park? Any comment? So for only 1 month, he did go 100. I think there is confusion sometimes. Some people think that they have to do go 100 for their whole life. So I will give you the criteria. So originally, so at first you have to make the list. It's not about listing up the people that will do the business. It's about listing up the people that you want to deliver the message and information to. And there's the list, and nobody wants to do that. And then people get confused and they're frustrated. They want to give up. So what do? We try to meet strangers. So at first, at the beginning of the business, if you have a lot of connections, you don't have to try so much. You can use your own existing connections. So think of Imperial Kim. He has a lot of family members. I think he has 50 family members and relatives within Atomy Mastership. No, it's actually not me. It's actually Crown Master 신정임. Oh, okay. How about you? Who is the highest? Crown Master. 4 Crown Masters in our family tree. How about Royal Masters? There are quite many. I'm not sure about how many exactly. So maybe there will be maybe 20 Royal Masters in her family tree. How about the number of people in Leaders Club? Maybe it's hard to count from now on, from that level on. So, alright, if you have such many connections, you don't have to do go 100. And when you're starting your business, how about, so why did Imperial Master Kim just did go 100 for 1 month? He was so busy. He didn't have any time to do cold contact because he was so busy with introducing the product. It's not like just letting them be and everything will just go smoothly. It's not that. So we are starting with warm contact, as many as you can. And people, your relatives and friends from school, friends from the old neighborhood. And for example, you can have many people in the group, within the group. If you have so many people like that, you don't have to go 100. But still, you have to do it. Why?
So among your partners, they say, oh, I made my list and I contacted them, but I have no more people to contact. And what should you do? So with the list of the sponsor, you cannot make many people be successful. So to make your partner successful, you need to use the list of your partner and make them successful. They will be partners of that partner, and with the list of those partners can make them successful. So number 1 is to check whether they made their own list of 250 people and whether they contacted all those people from the list. And let's say no one is doing business. Then you do the Go 100 together with the partner. And why are you doing this? To put more people on your list as the potential business member. So your list should be the focus in your business. So the list should be your focus, and contact all the people on your list. And if you're out of people, then you go for Go 100. And let's say you have one potential customer and you put that person on your list and keep contacting the person. Talk about the product, talk about the business, invite the person to the seminar. You should keep doing that. So meet 100 people, and if you can only add one person to your list, you can continue to do the business. So you should first understand the basic of Go 100, why we are doing this. It's really important. Let me summarize. First, you have this potential list of consumers of 250 people, and you deliver the information about your business to all these people. So people who are interested will come to you, and there will be some people who totally reject you and abandon you. And let's say you lost all these 250 people, and that's not where you give up. That's when you need to go for the Go 100 campaign and keep adding to your list. And if your partner says, "Oh, I'm out of people on my list," then you do the Go 100 together with the partner and add people to the list. And based on that list, you do the contact and nurture the people as business members. And that's why we are doing Go 100.